So in here we got this particular structure, and you ask what is the name of this structure. First is we need to highlight the functional groups that are present here. There are 4, but the first one not really matters too much. It's just the single bonds, alkane. But then when we get here, we have this functional group which represents an ester group. We notice that this is formed when you have an alcohol reacting with a carboxylic acid, and that gives you this particular structure. And then the next one here is the double bond, which is along the carbon-carbon chain. And finally here is the alcohol group. Now, which one is the top priority? You might be asking yourself. The top priority here is this here, which is the ester. And so when you are naming, first is you have to use the suffix, and this is what for ester, O8, and this is going to be followed by the prefix, and the prefix here is a little bit of a combination, but we need to first highlight where the carbon double bond O with the oxygen, and then this says number 1, and we'll count 2, 3, 4, and 5, and so this here is pent. But because what we notice is that we have a double bond that is present along that particular chain, the double bond is located at carbon 2, and so therefore it will be 2, but then EN08. So pent 2EN08. And so this here is taken, check, check. And now the next part is along the same long chain here, not long chain, but that carbon double bonded O to that particular direction, we can notice another functional group. This here is an alcohol, but for alcohols, because it is not the first priority, it's not the parent, it is a branch, we call it hydroxyl, and so it is our position carbon 4. So we're going to have our 4, and we have our hydroxyl, and then once we're done with this particular segment, the other segment is where the alcohol comes in from the reaction to form the ester. And so this here has just carbon 1 and carbon 2. And so this usually for esters, we usually leave a space between the prefix end and the suffix end. And so this here is going to be, because it's 2, it's going to be ethyl 4-hydroxyl pent 2-ionate.